Tonight on Holiday Hotel, Mikey's in love.
I'd be happy with to stay with Katie because she's, we get on so well with each other. I think the hardest part's done now.
But Katie's had enough.
I think it's just probably best we just stay as mates.
5 girls from Kent looking for romance. And Steve the Rep is happy to oblige.
And then when he wasn't passing me drinks, he was pouring it in my mouth. And so he's the worst rep going.
It's nearly the end of the summer season in Cyprus, but the Chrysland Cove Hotel is still packed out. For 5 girls from Kent looking for love, it's not quite the right place to be.
No, the thing is, we wanted a hotel that was a bit louder than what this is, because this is so family orientated, and you've got to watch your language the whole time, which I mean is fair enough, you've got so many kids, but there's nothing to do during the day, apart from drink.
The lady on the telephone told us it was for families, singles and couples, and she said it's really, really good. Now, obviously she hasn't been here herself because it's not for single people. This is actually with
Rep Katie's going to send them on a trip to nearby Ayia Napa. It should be right up their street.
Barkle, there's usually about 160, 200 people that go on Barkle. It's massive, yeah. It's a good laugh.
Sounds good to me.
The young and lively bar crawl is run by Steve and Paul, who live together in their passion palace. At just 18, Steve's the youngest rep in the resort.
Mad for it tonight. Definitely. Taking care of lots of drunk people, walking down the street with them, and having a good time.
Steve's made a habit of befriending his guests, particularly the young, good-looking girls.
Who's that girl up there? Polaroid?
Polaroid? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Jane. She was one of my cousins.
Steve has more cousins than any rep in Cyprus. The Bromley girls have found some male company, but they don't seem too interested.
What do they think of us?
Complete alcoholics.
Oi, lads! What do you reckon of us?
On camera. Go, come on!
Tonight, Steve and Paul are running the beach party, which involves 100 young guests in frenetic drinking games.
Time to get drunk now, I reckon. Oh, yeah.
At the Cove, the girls are having a quiet night in, meeting men of all ages. But the quiet night in did generate some excitement, as Rep Katie has found out.
He says, I won't hit you, but I'll hit your boyfriend or something. And he got up and started, and he said, just leave it, and then they left it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Then the next night he came at them, found them out at the bar and came at them again.
Honestly, he's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I'm telling you, he's got to
Tall
go
with
to
a moustache and you do.
That's him. He looks like Freddie Mercury. That's the one, yeah.
It's very difficult when it's someone as well who's a lot older and you have to tell him to calm down on the drinking. But obviously he's causing a lot of uproar with other guests, so something's got to be said.
Steve's been misbehaving too. His boss Karen's called him in.
Just a few things really, Steve. The first thing come to my attention is obviously timekeeping, which you just absolutely... As soon as I walked in, you were 15 minutes late. Why?
I was just waylaid and I didn't catch up on my time, so I was late.
When you arrived, where was your shirt? Casual when there's casual. Casual does not mean having your shirt hanging out and looking like you've just cleaned the windows with it. I'm just sick of hearing from Julie and Mandy that you can't get yourself dressed in the morning.
It said everything to me.
Constantine's mentioned it to me last night as I was leaving.
Katie consults Claire about the troublesome Freddie Mercury lookalike.
It's kind of magic.
Have I had any complaints about him? Well, I haven't until this one.
Is he around? Is he what?
He's not. I'll go and have another look, but I don't think he's out there.
You don't think he looks a bit like Freddie Mercury?
The other thing is I've been reading through some questionnaires recently, and there's quite a lot of comments on there that suggest that you take your representative services a little bit too far. When the guest book a package holiday, you are not part of that package. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yes. We want to keep our reputation here, and it's not the reputation that you have. All right. Yep. Thank you.
So, gotta watch my behaviour for the next couple of weeks. Oops.
Katie's found her problem guest. He's trapped his hand in the lift, trying to save his drinks.
How's your hand?
So,
can you move fingers?
I can move them a bit more this morning. I couldn't move them at all last night.
Right, I don't know. Were you quite drunk last night? Because the
No, I
doctor
wasn't.
said...
I had a drink, but I wasn't drunk.
Had a drink.
Been drinking all day again. I've seen him out there again, on Fockers again.
Because I have had complaints from other guests regarding behaviour around the bar in the evening, about shouting and abuse.
10 o'clock yesterday morning, he was on
Fockers, all right.
night.
But there's a few things that's happened I've heard over the last few nights, isn't there? Yeah.
He started creating trouble again in the restaurant with the managers and that, complaining about the food, and he stormed out. And he must have caught his arm on the elevator.
All right. We're going to get that sorted, and then we'll go through all your other problems tonight, OK?
All right.
And we'll sort something out, all right?
Katie's become expert at resolving other people's problems, but her own summer romance has had its ups and downs.
I was working in Jersey in a hotel. I met a guy called Mikey, who was staying at the hotel, and my friend Sandra and me were going to go anywhere to work abroad. And this Mikey said, why don't you come to Cyprus?
I'd be happy with to stay with Katie because she's, we get on so well with each other, and I think the hardest part's done now.
Out here, he is a karaoke singer.
It's the best feeling in the world, and no matter if it's 10 people or if it's 50,000.
But his true profession is a sparky.
She says, does your mum know about me or anything? Of course she does. I dragged you over from Jersey. She's scared about meeting him because she thinks I told her she talks posh.
I want to go away, still go away, travelling after here. So I don't know if he's going to come or whether he'll go back home to Middlesbrough.
Back at the Cove, Bromley girls Nikki and Julie just want to have fun.
There's a free shot in every pub we go in, for as much drink as we can handle. And we hope to stagger home tonight, crawling through our hotel door.
And also, can I have Sally back, please?
And Steve's making final preparations for the bar crawl.
So everyone follows it, so they don't get lost on bar crawl.
I'm not following her.
Trust me, by the end of the night, you'll be following anything.
Gonna get married, going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married.
As the Bromley girls hit the town, Mikey's arriving at work. He's had another row with Katie.
You're in trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, I told her I was moving in and she doesn't know. And she found out. But we'll get through it, it'll be all right. It's a bit of fun.
But Katie's taking the row much more seriously than Mikey realises.
Apparently he's moving into my flat without telling me. He's told everyone else, but not me. And I don't know, I've had enough at the moment.
Paul and Steve are setting the tone for the bar crawl.
be a mad night, definitely. Got a lot of good people out tonight. See a lot of people getting really, really, really drunk. Shame, really.
There's the 2 best tequilas we found. They're £1 each in here. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Steve claims to have had 80 girlfriends in just 4 months. He thinks he's found another one in Nikki.
Where's your knickers? Haven't got any on.
Are you always this confident?
About what?
Women.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Katie's arrived at the Ghetto, but she's still unhappy. Tonight, she's not falling for Mikey's usual charms.
Right, any opera singers, any Pavarotti do tonight? Any Pavarotti, here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now it's Helen, sir. Here we go. Ready, la 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 la. She stood there laughing. Ah! All right, here. I felt the knife in my hand, and she laughed. No, I see the hands in the other side. Go on.
The bar crawl's not going to plan either. Steve has lost Nikki and the rest of the girls.
The thing is, though, there's 7 reps and we've all lost them. Now we're going to Emporium. Yeah, but do you realise we have, seriously, we're lost them.
For once, Steve makes his way back, almost empty-handed. But the girls do make some new friends.
I'm fed up with being a little shorter. I've had enough. I ain't got any knickers on, I've got to go over there. Get over there. No, help me, help me. Put your leg over.
And Katie decides on an early night, without Mikey.
Well, that's it, it's all right, it's all right. Be all right.
Well, what do you think she'll come back when she's been a star?
No, I'll leave her first. He loves their lover as well.
Yes, baby! Yes, baby!
You know what, you're a pack of
Today, Steve's running the booze cruise, but he's feeling the pace.
I felt worse yesterday morning. So you get a bit better in a bit. Energy drinks work. They set in after about 20 minutes. Be all right.
Tracy's the only one of the Bromley girls who's dragged herself out of bed.
I've absolutely larricked last night. I'm still half cut.
The party's begun and Tracy needs little encouragement. At the Chrysland Cove, Mikey's trying to make the peace after last night's row.
Dear Katie, I know you must still be mad at me, and I don't blame you. But I don't want to end what we have together. I've been working long hours lately, and I admit I've been a bit thoughtless. But you know how I feel about you. Please let me come and see you and let me explain. We've got a lot to talk about, and I don't want to end this way. I hope to see you soon. Love, Mikey.
I think it's just probably best we just stay as mates. I'll go and see him afterwards and tell him. But no, just mates.
It's the first stop on Steve's booze cruise.
Any lads gonna do the rock diving?
Yeah! We count everyone down, make sure everyone's alright. Paul stays at the top, I stay at the bottom. That's it.
On your own!
While Steve leads the way off the rocks, Tracy's going to have a liquid lunch.
No, I don't want to get wet today. Stay dry. I want to stay dry. We've got wet in hand. Get some beers down there.
Mikey's showing his tender side. He's working on a new love song to try and woo Katie back.
I'm writing down the words to a song I want to learn. What I do is I write them down so I can go through them again and again in my head, and then I get the backing for it, and I can practice it as much as I can till I get it right.
He may have his work cut out. Katie's passing his love letter around.
Oh, how did you get that?
He came in, didn't you see him?
No.
I sat there after welcoming you and he just walked over and handed me. Didn't even look at him actually, just went cheers. No, it's
Hard
nice.
woman, do you see? Look that.
Yeah.
Usually Mikey knows he can rely on his singing to bring Katie round.
Because it ain't no joy for an uptown boy whose teacher has told him goodbye.
But will it work this time?
But it's always a dream, isn't it? See what happens.
3, 2...
Back on the booze cruise, Tracy shows she's game. At the Cove, the rest of the Bromley girls are by the pool recovering and worrying about Tracy.
10 o'clock. Heaven forbid if she's in a state to come home, because she was still absolutely out of her head this morning when she walked in.
It was bad this morning.
She just flaked out of her bed, didn't she? She went, oh, I'm still pissed. Just flaked out. And if this booze cruise is as bad as everybody out makes out to be, then she is going to be one hell of a state.
He's got me so drunk.
It was not me.
Every
I've
single
not
time
paid.
I sat down, I'd drink that. And then when he wasn't passing me drinks, he was pouring it in my mouth. And so
Pouring
he's
it in her
worse
mouth.
going, so I guess he gets a shag, whatever.
Shut up.
No, he's got to get the sack.
Okay.
He's the worst rep ever.
He's on a final warning, but Steve volunteers to escort Tracy home. At her home, Katie's planning ahead, without Mikey.
I'm back in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I'm doing the Waterworld bus as well, pickups, which I've just found out. That's at 10 o'clock, I think. So tonight I am going to tidy my room, which I've been promising I'll do for the last week, because it looks like Beirut in there. And a guy's just come round, a guy called John, to see if I want to go down the ghetto. Knowing me, I'll probably end up going down there.
The girls are getting ready for another big night, but Tracy still hasn't arrived back. But not everyone's in harmony at the Ghetto Bar. Katie may be singing, but she's still not talking to Mikey.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Round of applause, please, for that. Price right over there. You're inside the ghetto.
The prodigal friend has returned, 6 hours late.
Are we going to Ayia Napa this evening? Give me 20 minutes.
She
left here today. She's come home in his boxer shorts and a t-shirt. I can't believe she's ready to hit Ayia Napa now. 20 minutes. We're leaving here at 11:30. She's got 15 minutes to get ready down here, dressed and changed, ready for tonight.
It's make or break for Mikey. Can he sing Katie round again?
But I still have to learn. And the last one I had made me cry. So I don't want to learn to hold you, touch you. Think that you're mine, because it ain't no joy for an old-town boy who just isn't willing to try.
Tracy's made it, and she stayed up drinking for another 7 hours. But Steve decided to stay out with another group of guests.
Cause teacher, there are things that I don't want to learn. And the last one I had made me cry. So I don't want to learn to hold you, touch you. Think that you're mine, because it ain't no joy for an old-town boy who just isn't willing to try. So cold inside. You're inside the ghetto. This is Katie, my fiance.
Next week, it's the end of the season, and Christine can't wait.
I've been working it out since February. I've had at least 2 guests arrested every month.
Has Steve gone too far this time?
What's up, babe?
You want to get arrested, sacked and thrown out of home in one go?
Why?
Car, Steve, they know it's you.
And can Mikey and Katie keep it together?
It's a love-hate relationship.
He loves me, I hate him.
No, she just loves to hate me.